Thank you, Minister. Ms Finlay.
He didn't read his last page.
I got the hint.
Minister, this might come across as a Dorothy Dixer. However, I'm actually really keen to understand the answer to this. In order for our farmers to achieve that increased farm gate value, we need to look after them. Raw do an incredible job, but so does Safe Farming.
Yes.
There's been a lot of concern about where Safe Farming has been housed, a lot of concern about the resourcing to Safe Farming in terms of up until recently, we had one person trying to do it all on his own, which for him was unsafe. I'd like to understand what your commitment is to where Safe Farming is likely to end up and how it will be resourced so the people supporting our farmers feel safe in terms of the load that they're bearing so they can do their job to support our farmers.
And you raise a very interesting point. The other day I was at Sprint at a community hall and they had a film night on called Just a Farmer.
Yeah.
I spoke of it in Parliament. I'd like to point out that every 10 days an Australian farmer takes their own life, and it's a very serious matter. Our agencies, such as the one you've just mentioned and others, RAW for instance, are continuing to do important work. The Department of Justice lead this program, so those questions are best answered by them. But what I want to do is to reiterate the importance of particularly RAW, Rural Alive and Well, and during. I'm sorry.
We put it on notice through this committee.
Well, actually, can I ask
it's a different minister.
So RAW being emotional wellbeing, and I hear and feel the statistics about suicide. However, Safe Farming is more about how to farm safely in terms of exposure to chemicals, vehicles on, it's actually the action of farming safely. And also, obviously, RAW play a different role in that. But the problem with Safe Farming has been that it's injustice. And so to some farmers, it can come across, there's been some inappropriate branding of Safe Farming, making it sound more like a regulator and a person that will come in and wave a big stick if you do something wrong, whereas Safe Farming actually want to develop relationships and build trust with farmers to help them make sure that they are farming safely. And they have wanted to come out from under justice and to be housed and managed and engage in a way that they can develop strong relationships and help farmers farm safely. And as Minister for Ag, I'd like to understand what role you've had in playing where they might end up so that they can do their best work.
And we want their best work, and they are important. This is actually an initiative of our Premier.
It is
a great initiative, and I'll take it. Given your feedback today, to have discussions with him on the points that you raise.
Him being the Safe Farmer person, or him being the Premier?
Him being the Premier.
Right. Could you talk to the Safe Farming guys to find out how they can best do their work to support farmers?
I'll undertake that also.
Thank you. That would be the best outcome. Because people doing it on their own is not great given the load and the role that they have. There was a resource where we had 2 people delivering the Safe Farming program in Tasmania and they had independent branding. They weren't wearing WorkSafe colours. It was a great program. I think they would love to get back to that place where they can develop genuine relationships and trust with farmers to do good work. And where they're housed and how they're managed and how they present themselves, I think is really important.
And I'm happy to have a talk with Stu about that.
Thank you.